Gentleman yields. I recognize myself for questioning. Gentlemen, thank you for being here this afternoon. This is troubling. This is a troubling discussion because our projection of force worldwide requires a level of readiness and mission capability that, according to our own studies and our own determinations, does not measure up, shall we say. And this presents a danger to the world. We are relied upon. It's said that the sun does not set on the responsibilities of the United States military to restore and maintain peace. And our projection of force worldwide requires a level of readiness and mission capability out of our stockpiles and our maintenance and at the unit level that we're not delivering right now. So if this committee has failed in some way, then we accept that responsibility. But we have to take a hard, cold look at this. We're talking about today the organic industrial base, a subset of the larger defense industrial base. We're talking about 23 arsenals, depots, and ammunition plants that manufacture and maintain Army equipment. Now, I'm going to focus my questioning, Lieutenant General Mohan, on maintenance. The organic industrial base, according to the GAO, is antiquated and not sufficient to maintain, and certainly during times of needed surge. The GAO found that the number of overhauls of maintenance depots performed by the Army dropped from 1,278 in fiscal year 2015 to 12 in fiscal year 2024. I'd like you to speak to what extent is our failure to deliver mission-capable and ready Army vehicles, to what extent is that caused by our failure to modernize and expand our maintenance depots? And what shall we do about that, Lieutenant General?
So, sir, thank you for that question. I think it comes down to the why is the conflict between, hey, let's buy a whole bunch of new stuff versus let's look after the stuff that we have. And so we fell victim to, hey, let's buy a whole bunch of new stuff. And then increased op tempo has also played a part in it. I will tell you we were reversing that trend, and just in the ORP program alone, this past year, just that one program alone, we are over 200 vehicles that we have completely remanufactured and rebuilt in our depots. And then in the future, and I'm talking about the future of this year and next year, we're going to expand that threefold. Again, focused on those highest consumers of readiness, but also the units that are first to fight. And it's not just our ABCTs. It's
General, you mentioned, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you mentioned focused on unit, you're coordinating your maintenance with unit readiness. I think this is wise. I'd like you to respond to, the Army said that basically material and parts, Bill, but it's a big problem. And you talk about the difference between buying new stuff and fixing our old stuff. Now, I'm an Army veteran. I was a staff sergeant in the Army, military police officer. And your equipment has got to work for you guys on the ground. We left, America's watching this. This is a legitimate question. We left a lot of military equipment to the Taliban when we left Afghanistan. And allegedly, the stuff didn't work. We're not providing them parts. But right now, they're driving those old vehicles. So if they can repair our old vehicles, seemingly manufacturing parts out of dust, what can we do to focus our available funding and energies and intellect and our combined desire to accomplish that mission to get it done better, to repair our old equipment? Are we missing something?
There's several pieces. What we see when we execute our operational readiness program, the feedback that I get from battalion commanders, brigade commanders, and division commanders is, hey, the extra mechanics that come down, so we'll send a team of 40 mechanics. 15-year experience of, that's the average of our M1 tank mechanics in the industrial base, 15 years. They say, hey, the extra toolboxes are great, but the key piece and the best piece of this is the training that happens when our folks get next to young soldiers. So a young soldier has 18 months experience working on M1s. Our guys know the tricks of the trade, and here's the other thing. We're a blue-collar organization. Our folks are not sitting there with their hands on their hips saying, do this. They're saying, hey, watch me do this, and then you're going to do the next one. And so what we see in that diminished requirement for Class 9 is a focus on ordering the right kind of parts, and then you couple that with enhanced technology where you have the digital tech manuals loaded on a TAC device to order the right kind of parts. Then we see all the pieces starting to come together. But it is a cultural issue that we have to attack.
I'd love to talk with you more about this. My time has well expired. Mr. Sorensen is recognized for questioning.